mean, he can do whatever he wants. He's a great patriot, he's a great American, and he's a great fan, and everybody loves Holden. But Karen over at Deadspin doesn't. Bubba, would you like an apology? What would you like from Karen at Deadspin?
You know, I don't even know what to think about that. It's a little too late for that. The damage is already done. It's, worldwide. Now there's comments all over. There's, disrespect towards Native Americans and towards my family. We never in any way, shape, or form meant to disrespect any Native Americans or any tribes. The tribe we're from doesn't even wear that type of headdress. This specific headdress is a novelty piece. It's a costume piece. That's exactly what we had purchased it for and wore it for. Not in any disrespect towards any Native Americans at all. And it's been a whirlwind of comments coming even from other tribes, from tribal members. Some think it's okay, some think it's not okay. It's a 9-year-old boy supporting his team.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got to talk about some good news, okay? News that I love to see, okay? I want to see more of this, okay? Because the boohoo, whining, and crying racism industry needs to be defunded. It needs to end, okay? And this is how you end the boohoo, whining, crying racism industry, by going after them legally and making them pay when they make false accusations of racism to push their woke agenda. And that's essentially what happened with this story involving Deadspin and a young Kansas City Chiefs fan who was accused of being a racist for wearing blackface at a Chiefs game, except the kid was not wearing blackface. He was actually wearing face paint. The woke writer, Mr. Karan Phillips, essentially tried to accuse the 9-year-old of not only wearing blackface, but also hating black people and Native American people at the same time, even though the kid turns out to be Native American.
Tuesday morning, a writer and reporter for the sports website Deadspin is coming under major fire for accusing a little boy and his family of racism. It wasn't anything that the boy said, anything that this child wrote online, but rather what he wore to a Kansas City Chiefs game over the weekend. We'll show you a picture here. Of course, his face is blurred out, but it was a full Native American headdress, and to go along with it, half of his face was painted black, half of his face was painted red, of course, for the Kansas City Chiefs colors, the team colors. Dre Clark joins us live with more on this controversy and what people on all sides are saying about it. Dre, good morning.
Yeah, Marquis, hello. A big plot twist this morning. Some people have accused that young boy of being racist against Native Americans and African Americans, but overnight the boy's mother posted on Facebook that her son is actually Native American, and so is his grandfather. And she says all of this talk about her young son being a racist needs to stop right away. Meanwhile, this picture was taken Sunday at the Chiefs and Raiders game in Las Vegas. You can see that young Chiefs fan is wearing black and red face paint and also a Native American headdress. The boy was shown on national TV, and he was also videoed doing a tomahawk chop. Some of the Kansas City Chiefs players were also on the field doing the same thing, along with thousands of other people inside the arena. But after the image aired on national TV of that young boy wearing this black and red makeup here, Karan Phillips, a senior writer with Deadspin, wrote in an online article, in part, "It takes a lot to disrespect two groups of people at once, but on Sunday afternoon in Las Vegas, a Kansas City Chiefs fan found a way to hate black people and the Native Americans at the same time," saying that despite their age, who taught that this person that what they were wearing is actually appropriate. Phillips also calling out the NFL, saying that while it isn't the league's responsibility to stop racism and hate from being taught in the home, they are a league that has relentlessly participated in prejudice here. Now, certainly the NFL has changed the name of what was the former Washington Redskins to the Washington Commanders, that happening in 2022. And Phillips has been criticized for blaming the boy for being racist. One criticism is that when Phillips posted a picture of the kid online, he only showed the black side of the boy's face and not the red side, which some say he did on purpose to provoke a strong public response. Among those calling him out on this is one person who wrote, "You really want to ruin this kid's life over him wearing his favorite team's colors? This is an embarrassing take, and you should be ashamed of yourselves." Now, Karan Phillips is sticking by his criticism of this young boy and his parents for allowing him to dress like this and go to the game. And there are some who say that Phillips is correct in calling them out for being racially insensitive. But on the other side, there are those who say that Phillips and Deadspin should be sued for actually falsely accusing this young boy of being a racist. Now, we did reach out to Deadspin, Karan Phillips, and also the NFL, but we did not get a response.
Yeah, so you see, Nate, you heard that. Okay, I hope everybody understands the gist of this story. Okay, Karan Phillips not only accused the young boy of wearing blackface, but again accused him and his family of being racist, okay, which I think is the lowest of the low, to accuse a 9-year-old boy of being a flaming racist and hating black people and Native Americans at the same time, right? So eventually the family hired a law firm. I believe it's the same law firm that went after Fox News for defamation. I believe that's the same law firm. He hired them in order to essentially send a warning letter to Deadspin demanding an apology. Look, you need to apologize and retract the article, or else we're going to sue you, okay, for defamation. And Deadspin, while they did change the article, they did not actually issue an apology. They did not issue a formal apology to this young 9-year-old Chiefs fan for falsely accusing him and his family of being racist. And now they're effing around and finding out because the family has officially sued Deadspin, okay? And again, I love this story. So let's read about what's going on here because this is awesome. The family of the 9-year-old accused of wearing blackface to a Kansas City Chiefs game is suing Deadspin for maliciously and wantonly attacking the child, according to a complaint filed Tuesday. Karan Phillips, a senior writer at Deadspin, wrote a misleading story in November accusing the child Holden Armenta of wearing blackface to a game in Las Vegas. Though Armenta painted one side of his face red, the article included a photograph showing only the side of his face painted black. The family is suing the outlet for its alleged, quote, race-drenched political agenda over the article alleging that Armenta, quote, found a way to hate black people and the Native Americans at the same time, according to the complaint titled Armenta versus G/O Media, Inc. The complaint states the accusations cause, quote, enormous damage to their family after they received death threats and a barrage of hate. Yeah, again, this is disgusting behavior from Deadspin, okay? And, you know, in the ideal world, somebody like Karan Phillips will be fired because this is not the first time he has used his platform to accuse people that he disagrees with politically of being racist, okay, and smearing folks. In fact, he has blocked me on X because I have called him out in the past before for weaponizing that platform with fake accusations of racism. Quote, by selectively capturing from the CBS broadcast an image of H.A. showing only the one side of his face with black paint on it, an effort that took laser-focused precision to accomplish given how quickly the boy appeared on screen. Phillips and Deadspin deliberately omitted the half of H.A.'s face with red paint on it, the complaint reads. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they were doing, right? Again, because they know if they would show an image of the child with red paint on the other side of his face, those accusations of racism would not have held up, right? It would be silly. Okay, I mean, it's silly regardless, but still. The complaint clarified Armenta did not wear blackface, pointing out that the boy neither knows what blackface is nor wore the face paint or headdress to symbolize racism. The complaint reiterated previous reports that Armenta is Native American. The headdress the boy wore resembles the traditional logo from the 1960s and early 70s. Quote, H.A. did not wear a costume headdress because he was, quote, taught hate at home. He wore it because he loves the Kansas City Chiefs football team and because he loves his Native American heritage, the complaint reads. The suit further alleges Deadspin and Phillips knew the boy did not wear blackface, but decided to write an article viciously race baiting a young boy to generate clicks, which again is disgusting behavior. Okay, and it has to stop. And the best way to make it stop is to make these people financially pay for doing this. The boy's parents threatened to sue Deadspin and its owner, Go Media, unless the outlet immediately retracted the story. The outlet instead included an editor's note stating the article focused on the National Football League's failure to extend anti-racist rules across the entire league. Yeah, so they want to make the NFL the no-fun league, right? Where you can't show up, in a headdress, or you can't do the tomahawk chalk or, whatever they do, right? I mean, they changed the name of the Redskins, okay, to the Commanders, which was a terrible decision. The NFL is already pretty woke, right? But they want the NFL to be even woker, okay? It's kind of crazy to imagine. Quote, Deadspin did not retract the article and it did not apologize. The complaint states, quote, rather it published a series of further updates that not only failed to correct the record, but instead established that Deadspin fully understood the article's highly damaging and defamatory nature while maliciously refusing to back down, and Deadspin's lawyers threatened the Armenta family with counter legal action should Raw and Shannon attempt to hold Deadspin and Phillips accountable for their false and defamatory article. Yeah, so they basically threatened to countersue, right? To retaliate if they get sued. And this family said, okay, well, we're going to sue anyways, right? We're not afraid of you. We're going to sue. Again, I love this. I absolutely love this. The lawsuit alleges Armenta's grades and test scores have dropped in school since the article's publication and has caused his father, Roll, to become a pariah at work. The family has also considered moving out of the state over the incident. Again, this is sad, extremely sad. Armenta has suffered, quote, a devastating loss of his innocence of youth and an encumbered love for his favorite football team and its players, according to the suit. Quote, sadly, H.A. will never know a life in which his face and name are not inextricably linked to false accusations of racist conduct. When you Google H.A.'s name, the first result states that he has been accused of racism by a reporter for Deadspin. The second alleges that the article alleged that the Armenta's son, H.A., exhibited racist behavior. The third describes what happened to H.A. as a viral hit piece, the suit reads. Yeah, so again, this would impede Mr. Armenta's ability to get a job or to have a normal life because of Deadspin and their refusal to apologize and to formally retract their statements and their accusations of racism. And because of that, yeah, they got to sue because ultimately there is damage that has been done. Okay, there's been damage done emotionally, probably financial damage as well too. Again, to the father, to the son. Okay, because he probably is gonna have issues finding a job in the future because when they go and look him up, they're gonna say, oh, this kid's been accused of racism, right? You wearing blackface. And you know how woke these companies are nowadays. They just rather not be associated with it, right? They don't care, that is completely made up, that is garbage. No, they just rather not be associated with it. They don't want to take the chance. So it would probably be very hard for Mr. Armenta to get a job, okay? And that's the problem. That is the issue that we have here. This guy recklessly accused a child of racism, basically making it harder for him to have a normal life moving forward into the future. And again, this guy has to face consequences for that, okay? This outlet, Deadspin, that employs this guy should be sued into oblivion. They should be sued out of existence because this is not the first time they've ran these race-baiting, race-hustling articles to push a woke agenda, and they don't care who they destroy or the reputations of the people they destroy as they push this agenda. And it must be punished, okay? It must be defunded, okay? That's exactly what has to happen here. So I support this family, what they're doing. I'm hoping and praying that they pull through and they sue Deadspin for everything they're worth. I hope that they sue Deadspin out of business and that this kid gets rich and he never has to work a day in his life after Deadspin goes bankrupt because Mr. Holden, our mentor, took all of their money, okay? And again, he doesn't have to work. He doesn't have to worry about this nonsense anymore. He deserves every penny that he can get out of this woke outlet, okay? And I hope that's what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.